All right, time for a little bit of a share the knowledge one, and on a little bit of bunker play and bits and pieces. Too many people struggle out of the trap, and she's some really pretty easy stuff. And time to share a few little secrets of the pros. Starting with the big couple of keys with being good bunker play. So we're using young Phil the Thrill over here as a little bit of a, I suppose, shall we say, a model of what to do. First thing you can really see is how he's got clearly a vast amount of his pressure on his lead side. So, and that's the thing, when you're hitting bunker shots, you really do want to make sure that you've got a high percentage of your pressure, or your mass, obviously, is another way of saying it, but basically your pressure is in the ground, at least, talking 70-80% of it on your lead side. You don't really have to transfer it, but you want it on your lead side. The other little thing with the feet that is good to notice is the tendency to generally dig those feet in. What that helps doing with digging the feet in instantly makes the feet lower than the height of the ball, so it's almost like playing the ball above your feet. So it makes it very easy to enter that sand first if you dig your feet in. I wouldn't suggest doing it necessarily on a fairway bunker shot because you might hit it fat. But a greenside bunker, do not be afraid to dig the feet in. So those are the first two things to really think about. Pressure forward, dig the feet in. Now, you're not trying to scoop or lift this ball, right? That's not how the ball gets airborne. Quite clearly here, you can, if you stop and you look, you can see how open that club face is. It's just about into the sand, and that thing is, man, it's pointed almost up towards Phil's face. So opening the loft, this from memory was a very big downhill sloping left to right bunker shot, so he's trying to hit it pretty high. You don't necessarily have to have that much loft opening of the face, but you're definitely not scooping the ball to get airborne. And also you can take notice of the incredible amount of forward shaft length. Now, camera angle probably is a little off. I'd say realistically the ball position is actually there. It's more sort of centered to maybe closer to his lead heel than it is way off his back foot. So I would say we probably got a little bit off at the camera angles, but near enough to say that it's certainly probably center or slightly ahead of center for his traps. Forward shaft lean. And then as we enter that sand, you can see here, you're actually hitting the sand before the ball. The club's still going down, however. This is a big thing to understand with traps, bunker play. Your low point is not at the ball. Your low point is still after the ball, like any normal golf shot. You can see here the amount of bend and load he's got going into that shaft, because he's still, that's where the divot of sand starts, and we'll see where it exits. It is right about, where's that club get out of the sand? Say happily, you're right there, maybe? So that's a big divot, and guess where the ball is? She's only over here somewhere, right? Yeah, so the low point is still after the ball, even though he's hitting a fat shot. So these are all little funky dunky things you've got to get some understanding of. It's going to really make you a supremely good bunker player. But if you've got the ball way up here and you're trying to help the ball in the air by trying to scoop it, you're not going to get out. No chance, all right? So these are a couple of things from face on that are very, very prevalent and generally good, solid bunker play. Weight forward, pressure forward, descending blow, not onto the golf ball, but obviously into the sand. And one of the easiest ways to make sure you're hitting down and into the sand before you hit the ball is by really digging those feet in, all right? And then again, one more time I'll say it, there's forward shaft lean with these shots. You're not trying to stop your hands here and trying to scoop the ball in the air. You try and scoop it, all you're going to do is thin it into the lip. It's not going to get up, all right? Another little way angle, we'll have a quick look at Schauffele. I've got old Xander from down the line, and he's trying to play a little bit of a cut up here. I believe he's pretty close to the lip here. He's definitely on a down slope, which makes it even more difficult. But take note here of the face angle, and obviously that's open. Why? Because it started off a bit open, but similar characteristics, so we can really see that Phil will have. We know from here that the handle is ahead of the golf ball, and the thing we can see here, same thing again. Entry of the sand is, an inch or two before the ball. But then watch, this club keeps going down, and now it pops on up. This is off a downslope even, so it's still, the low point is still after the ball. And then the other big thing here, which you can see with Schauffele, that's very important to remember with bunker play, is the lack of face closure. All right, so you're really trying to feel like the club face is staying open throughout. And you can see here's the golf ball popping up in the air. All right, so if you can get those feels, pressure forward, shaft lean into the sand, keep the face open. If you keep that face open, that ball's going to go up. Like I always say, if you post-impact, if you feel like you had a nice cold beer and you managed to keep it up on top of that club face, that ball's going to be, if you finish there and that beer's still on the face, you know you're going to not be paying for the beers when you're getting out of the track. All right, hope that makes sense. Ooh, one last thing that might be of interest to you is you can also see here, again, camera angles are a little funky. We can see the feet liner here, but that club is certainly not coming from the inside. It's always good to have a little bit, what might feel like a bit of a cut kind of a shot on it with the pressure forward. And also if you're playing a little bit of a cut feeling, it generally is a lot easier to keep that face open. Because if you was aiming way right, you wouldn't feel very comfortable leaving the face open. But if you're swinging way right, you definitely wouldn't want to keep the face open. So swinging just a little bit left, just fractionally left, is going to help a ton. All right, I hope that all makes sense. Any comments or questions, throw them in below.